Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back. So welcome to the new update. So I'm going to be taking a look at everything that they launched in the new patch and kind of just talk about, you know, how I'm going to try to evolve one of my Mihos as fast as I can. I think I've already kind of messed up because I think they only allow the fusion. You're only allowed to craft one per day, or so I heard. Or maybe you can farm a lot. I'm not actually too sure. But I'm actually trying to aim for the dark one, so I'm trying to farm the materials to try to get the dark one and try to raise my dark Miho first, because I think that'll probably be the most beneficial thing for me right now. So the evolution system, or the super evolution system, is pretty straightforward. Basically, you have to raise your Miho to right now there's only Mihos, there's nobody else. You have to raise your Mihos to level 60 and get them to level 3, and then you can evolve them. It costs 3 million gold to evolve, and also costs 30 of these essences. And these essences need these crafting materials in order for you to obtain them. And these crafting materials drop from bosses off of certain maps. So you basically it's like you have to go and go through the different adventure maps and then like fight the various bosses to obtain these materials, which actually makes it seem really fun. There is also another really cool thing, that the materials are actually sellable. Like, you can actually go into material storage and you can actually sell some of these materials. Some of them, like the extra ones that you don't need, I probably would not sell like the really rare ones, because I haven't really tried farming the bosses a lot, but some of the later bosses are actually pretty hard. Like, they're not really all that autoable, especially like on the 4th continent. I don't think those bosses are going to be autoable. Maybe they can, I'm not too sure. Never really tried, but those materials only drop from bosses, so I think those are probably going to be a little bit more rare. I probably wouldn't sell those, but some of these other materials that like are like mid-tier, they're supposed to drop from like rare monsters. You can actually, if you have like extras, you can actually sell these, but I'm not too sure if that's a good idea, because you know, you actually need like 30 of the essences in order to craft, or in order to make your like one monster super evolved, and you need like multiple of these materials to craft just one essence. So it's actually going to take quite a lot. Like, you need like 50 of these, you need like 5 of these. I don't know how hard it is to get these ones, but I've been farming. I've only really just been farming extreme mode like usual. I'm gonna try to go do some bosses and see if they actually drop some of these materials. So that's the first thing. The second thing is there's the contract, the light contract. I decided to pick the Odin, and because the Odin now is a HP aggressor, which I think will be really good for defense. I think, you know, since the update is already out, people probably already picked whatever they wanted to. So yeah, I don't really think you can go wrong with any of them. All 3 of them are pretty good, and all 3 of them really don't affect the game too much in terms of progression. Like, they're mostly for like PvP. Like, Odin's aggressor, and Valk is also, well, Valk is like shock and predator, so it's like mostly for PvP. And the Arthur has like shock and is an attacker, so he's kind of mostly for PvP as well. So picking any of them really isn't going to affect the game too much, because you can pretty much use any monster for PvP and you can still make it to like, you can still make it to Heroes 1, just as long as your gems are like really good. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the light contract. The other thing is that I was actually really excited, because there's actually like this new package monster. I'm not sure. I might try to save up for her, because I really like her monster design. It's the KAWAII. They're basically like magician rabbit girls. Yeah, and they're really well designed. You got these like rabbits in their hat. I think the dark one looks a little bit better. The dark one's actually really strong for Titans, because she's a dark, like, she has attack down and courageous strike, and then courageous strike actually has a pretty high multiplier with crit damage. So that's why like monsters like Dark Thor or Dark Indra are actually really strong. So I think she can definitely be really useful in Titans. Maybe not in like the super high tier, because in the super high tier it's like better to use like elemental advantage, because the Titans hit you really hard, so it's like kind of hard to survive. But I think like throughout the week, when you're fighting through like, you know, Titans level like 30 all the way to like 70 or something like that, I think monsters like light dark monsters that can be used on any Titan are actually really nice, because you can literally use these monsters for any element Titans, since she's neutral against all the elements and she has like element advantage against light. That's actually really nice. Man, these monsters are actually, that monster looks amazing. And this is the light dark birdies. The stats of these monsters were already out, but the dark birdie actually has really good stats and is also an HP aggressor. Since clan battles only they limit the amount of same monsters that you can use, I'm planning on grabbing like 3 of these so I can use these for clan battle offense. And maybe I can even grab one more and use one of them for defense as well if I really need to. The other good thing is they have a HP lead, but their HP lead is weaker than normal 4-star monsters, because they have, I think it's because they have 2-star counterparts, like the wood birdies, like a 2-star counterpart. So their HP leader isn't as good as, like, say for example Leo or Cupid, but it is still pretty big, like especially if you can get like a perfect roll. The birdies aren't farmable, so it's a little bit harder to get like a perfect roll variant, but you might be able to do it, or you might be able to get close to a perfect roll, like a +5, which will still give you 34% extra HP, which is pretty big if you have no other HP lead that you can use. Especially with him being an HP aggressor himself, I think this is really nice. It complements his skill sets. So yeah, that's actually pretty nice. The light birdies are pretty good farming monster. You can actually build multiple of these and you can use them to farm anything, especially for people that don't have like Dark Mona. They don't have a lot of they didn't farm a lot of Sarahs. These are I think these should be a little bit easier to obtain because they're rebirth monsters instead of like event monsters. So if you want to like you know, Evo 3 them after you summon one, all you really need to do is like rebirth a few times in order to get like multiple copies of these birdies. Plus the birdies are summonable, and they also have 2-star counterparts, so even like the lowest egg has a chance to summon the wood birdies, who you can use them as material to evolve them to Evo 3. So it's actually not too hard to build these monsters, which is actually pretty nice. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the new monsters. I want to see if I can go into the one of the boss stages and see if it like can drop something. I'll try the Slumbering City boss. I don't know how strong these bosses are, but I actually noticed that story mode bosses are actually they're actually vulnerable to sap. So you can actually bring something similar to like what you use for Golem's B10 and kind of just use that as like a team to clear these boss stages. I'm not sure if I'm going to need a healer. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I'll go with an armor breaker on another siphon set that's water. Since the boss is fire, I'll use the I'll use the water advantage against him. Ah, shit. Oh shit, there's so many water monsters on the stage. Did not expect that. But I don't think Slumbering City is gonna be too hard to farm, especially after they nerfed it in the last patch. Not this patch, but the patch before, when they introduced the 4th continent. They actually nerfed. Well, actually, it was 2 patches ago. They nerfed Slumbering City, so the levels of these monsters aren't as high. I think it used to be like level 90 here or something like that, but now the mobs are only level 80. So I think these stages might be autoable. You can auto these and maybe farm the boss for those high essences. I don't know how good the drop rates are. I haven't really done any farming. I probably should have, but I mostly was just working on other things while I was autoing and stuff like that. So I haven't really done a lot of testing, but we're gonna see if I'm able to wait, the boss is immune to sap? Maybe not all bosses are vulnerable to sap. Shit, I think my Jin's pretty fucked. Okay, this guy's kind of... I think this guy's immune to sap. There are other bosses that aren't immune to sap. Okay, this is a bad idea. I should have fought him with aggressors. All right. I'm gonna find a team to farm this. All right, that did not work that well. We'll try again with aggressors. Maybe he's not immune to armor break, so we can use armor breakers as well. Let's try armor breakers. I thought he was. I thought bosses were sappable. I tested on like Star Sanctuary, but I didn't know this guy was not sappable. You can still use water. I think water is pretty good. Jin's a pretty bad idea because there's a lot of water on this level. I can actually show the animation of these three as well. We can actually test them out afterwards. I'll use an HP lead. I feel like the Saros might be pretty good if I have some sort of AoE armor break. I'll go with the Succubus lead. Even though there's a lot of water, she has self-sustain, so I think she'll be fine. I'll just bring I'll bring a whole bunch of monsters with self-sustain. That should be able to beat this. Should I bring a heal? Fuck it, I'll try with Shiva. He has self-sustain too. I don't have a lot of self-sustainers. Most of my guys are battle rushers. This team has no siphon. My two Saros are on Pugilist. They're not on siphon. I mostly use them for PvP offense, but it's actually a pretty good strategy. Alright, this shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, I'll probably just use a whole bunch of self-sustainers. I think most bosses are armor breakable. I'm not too sure if this boss is going to be, but we'll test it out very soon. You know, I almost regret feeding my fired wall thing. I feel like she actually does have some use. Is there a strong, tanky monster that has like armor break on both his skills? Both their skills? Damn, these Meros hit really damn hard. Okay, he's armor breakable, so I think we can do this. Oh shit. Okay, I think he just has a lot of defense, so you need to like armor break him. Ooh, and he dropped this. So I think this is the mid tier, but the high tier evolution material is actually very, very rare, I think. It's actually a lot harder to get those. So I probably wouldn't sell those, but like if you have a lot of leftover mid tiers, you might be able to sell them. I guess that kind of worked. Let's try out the new the supporter mons. I don't know if they can survive B10. I'm not too sure if they actually wait. You can't use supporter mons in B10. We'll use them in Slumbering City. We'll use them on the gold stage. Let's try the Mihos. Actually, wait. Let's find an elemental neutral stage where it's like all light dark. Does such a stage exist? I think you can only get them in Star Sanctuary. All right, we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We'll fight this boss. We'll use these guys at the same time. Alright, let's try out this wood Miho, this wood Ran. See what her animation looks like. I'll use my usual support team. My usual support team for monster spotlighting. This team's foolproof. It can keep anybody alive. And I can get a lot of turns, so I can see all their animations. I just want to see her AoE animation. I don't know how well gen these supporter monsters are, but it should be good enough to clear Star Sanctuary. Alright, so the way that these monsters get a full bar. Oh, I should have brought a whole bunch of team morale boosters. That would have been a better idea, actually. The way these monsters get a full bar is you need to make sure that they do their AoEs twice in order to get a max bar. Which doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to do on this run. I fucked up. I should just ran her with 3 team morale boost. Oh man, my guys do too much damage. Like, they don't generate blue souls, they only generate red ones. They hit too damn hard. Even the normal attacks look much better than the normal Mihos. Okay, this is not working. Yeah, that's the only way I would have been able to find out is if I was able to get my bar full on first turn. But I still might be able to do it because the boss might be hard to kill. Come on, blue soul, go to her. Yes. All right, I got a full bar. Let's do this. All right, that kind of looks similar, but alright, we just need to fill out the bar one more time. And we'll be able to get that skill up. I don't know even why I brought the Thor. We're not doing a damage test because we don't even know what gems are on this Miho. Alright, this is a lot of blue souls. Alright, okay, she has a full bar now, but I think she needs to get her AoE off one more time in order to Alright, in order for it to work. Should I hit him with the AoE or like so I don't armor break him? And then I might be able to Okay, yeah, hit him with the AoE. Oh my god, none of the blue souls went to her. Okay. Oh shit. Thor landed the armor break. I might be able to pull it off. If I'm lucky the next turn and a lot of blue souls go into her. Come on, please, please. Oh, now we're fucked. GG, well played. Dang it, I wasn't able to get her AoE off. I should have brought like 3 team morale boosters. I'll do it for the next run. That was unfortunate. Yeah, and this boss didn't drop anything. Sad. Alright, we'll use the water Miho. And then this time I got a better idea. We do this. That's much better. Oh shit, I just kicked something. Okay. We'll be able to pull off this time. There we go. That's a 30% morale boost right there. Oh my god. They stunned my Kira. Almost. So close to a full bar. Dang, the animation looks so good. Even got a variant. Free Astro Gems for me. Oh wait, I might as well just put this up. Oh, I was supposed to actually just use her AoE, but I still have the morale boost for one more turn. The morale boost buff for one more turn. Should be able to get a full bar off this. Alright, there we go. Okay, let's test this out. Damn, this looks so sick. The downside to that is the animation time is a little bit slower, I think. I think the animation time is a little bit slower than like the normal Mihos. They're probably not the best for farming, but I guess they could be better for farming if, like, say for example you're using Water Miho for B10. But like the stat increase in PvP is just too good. Alright, let's just try to generate a lot of blue souls. So she can get a full bar. I think she only needs 10% more. I'll try to boost it. Alright, she needs a little bit more. Go with this. Alright, now she should have a full bar. Man, that flaming tail looks so good. This looks so sweet. Holy shit. Alright, see, this guy is sappable, but the guy in Slumbering City is not sappable. So, like, I think you have to find which bosses are sappable. I think the guy in Aurora Plateau is also sappable as well. So, like, maybe you can run some tanky sappers, or, like, sappers built on hybrid for that stage. I think it might work. We're gonna have to find out which bosses are sappable. If they are, you can, like, kind of run your Golem Speed 10 team against them. Oh, is this a high? Oh no, this is a mid. Sad. Alright, we got one more run with the... What's her name again? Chloe. She becomes Trixie at Evo 3. We'll bring the 3 morale boosters again so she can use her AoE more often. So you can see her animation. I bet it would look. I bet it looks pretty nice. Alright, let's try this out. Oh man. What? Wait, how did she get a full bar? She got a completely full bar just from that. I think they equipped her with siphon gems. Alright, we got her AoE off. Let's test this out. Okay, this is definitely a package monster, I swear to god. Like, the animation is too detailed. They spent a lot of work on this monster. Like a shit ton of work. It's gonna be very, very similar like to like the Maris from before. I think this is actually a pretty good idea for like 433 to make money. They make like a really cool looking monster, which isn't exactly like super strong, but she's still pretty decent. Like both of the KAWAIIs are really good, but they're not like really overpowered where you like kind of need them in order to like be competitive in the game. But they have like really nice monster design, and they also have like really detailed skill animation, and it basically like becomes like this premium monster where people might be willing to pay money to get this monster or something like that. So I think that's a pretty good way for 433 to do it. It's like when you're playing like in certain like cash shop games, I think it's a lot more balanced. Like, you know how like League of Legends does it? You know how they sometimes sell skins? Like the skins don't actually affect the gameplay. Like this monster by herself isn't gonna affect the gameplay too much. But she's still like somewhat useful. She's still a decent monster where you could justify like spending however amount of Astro Gems getting her. But it's mostly for the visual factor to, you know, because she has like really cool animations, and she's also very well designed. So it's kind of like how they have like, you know, the skins that they have in like League of Legends, or like the items that they have in like, you know, certain like just aesthetic items that they have that change the appearance but don't affect the gameplay. I think that's a pretty good way to do it. I think 433 has a really strong design team. Like a lot of the stuff they do visually in the game is really well made. So I think they really should take advantage of that. Damn, this animation, it looks so fucking good. And she's actually quite strong. Like she's got morale boost shock. It's actually really good for like a full light defense team. The other good thing is she actually has pretty fast animation. Although it's not really going to matter because she's mostly a tanky monster. I really wouldn't use her for farming. But she actually has pretty good animation. And the other one's a Titan monster, so I guess it doesn't really matter how fast their animation is. That rabbit jumping out of hats, like it's the cutest thing ever. Alright, let's finish this guy off. This might take a while because I have no damage. But I do have a lot of sustain. She's actually very similar to the Rocky, but the Rocky has a 50% chance for a 2-turn shock, and she has a 70% chance for a 1-turn shock. So her shock is a little bit more reliable, but it's not as powerful. And she also has better stat distribution than the Rocky, because the Rocky has like, I think really high defense, but it really low HP, which actually makes his effective HP a little bit lower than hers. So she actually, like, based on her base stats, has higher effective HP than the Rocky, so that's actually pretty nice. I think that's what I'll call these. These are premium monsters. The ones that you have to buy from a package. They're premium monsters. I'm guessing she's probably going to be like in an Astro Gem package, similar to like the Mari before. Now these guys don't have a lot of resistance. I think I'm going to get shocked to death. Alright, that was pretty good. Okay, that was a close one. Yeah, this is definitely going to take quite a while. The boss have Blessing. Immune to taunt, seal, thirst, and action inhibiting effects. Okay, so they're not immune to. He's not immune to saps. This is gonna take a while. Oh god, I have to get one now. I'm gonna start saving Astro Gems. I'm gonna try to see if I can get one of her. when the package comes out. Give up the clan festival. Fuck my clan. They can suck it. I'm going for KOPLAYER. Well, I'll have to see how expensive she is. Like, she's actually buyable. I don't have a lot of real life money right now, so it might be difficult. I'm in a difficult situation at the moment, but I'll see if I can farm for her. If not, we'll have to wait for next time. I can't. I'm too poor. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I think that's everything for the update. As we, like, everything that I can access right now. We're gonna have to wait like quite a few days to try to do this. I really don't know how to get the high ones. I think you need to do a lot of farming. Skyfall, Slumbering City, Glacial Plains, and Aurora Plateau. So you have to farm the boss stages of these. You can only get this on the last boss stage on extreme difficulty. So I think that's actually pretty exciting, because some of it kind of feels like you're, you know, you're going to like a dungeon, you're like raiding for like a certain thing, certain item. It kind of gives off that feeling. Not exactly, but close enough for like a phone game, I guess. But yeah, this guy's not too hard. This guy's not too easy to farm. Maybe the Skyfall boss is slightly easier. Maybe this guy's sappable. We'll try sapping this guy. See if I can sap him. I'll go with Mona and the purse. I'll use Jin to wave clear. I don't think there's too many water monsters here. There shouldn't be, so I think Jin should be fine. Yeah, this stage is mostly wood and fire, and the boss is fire. So like you can, and these wood monsters are healers, so they don't do a lot of damage to your fire monsters. So I guess if you have like a, say for example, you have some sort of fire attacker like Fire Leo, Fire Jin, Fire Siegfried, you can actually use them to clear the waves of this stage. Or you don't actually need a fire attacker. You can use like a dark attacker as well, like Dark Sarah, Dark Lat, Dark Mona, Dark Mari, to clear the wave, and then you can bring some like sappers, and they could be water sappers like Water Miho. All right, this guy's sappable. Okay, this is the stage to farm for the Dark Essence, I think. This guy's armor breakable and sappable, so, and he's pretty squishy, so I guess this one's the one you want to farm for the Dark Essence. Or the high, whatever it's called. Please drop it. Oh, these, not what I wanted, but close enough, right? Close enough. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Time to start farming and grinding for essences, and hopefully I'll be able to get enough to do like one of the fusions today. I'm not sure if they're limiting to the fusions to once a day, or if they're allowing us to like keep fusing them. I don't have enough materials to craft one yet, but I heard somewhere that the crafting is once a day. But it doesn't say anywhere, like it doesn't have like a, you know, 1 out of 1 or anything. I don't see any of that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.